Ruben Amorim will be the new head coach of Manchester United, and in this video we will review the tactics he uses at Sporting and we will see what the starting 11 of United could look like. Erik ten Hag has been sacked and Manchester United acted swiftly to find a new replacement. I recommend watching the previous video as it's not just about ten Hag's sacking, we also honestly discussed his time at Manchester United. Amorim retired in 2017 at the age of 32, winning 11 titles in his career with Benfica and Braga. He was also called up to represent Portugal at the 2014 World Cup. He wasn't the flashiest or most outstanding player, but he did possess technical awareness and versatility. Naturally, this made his transition to coaching smoother after retiring. His first job as a coach was in the third division of the Portuguese league. Later he went out to coach Braga's reserves in 2019, a role that lasted only 3 months as he was appointed as the new head coach of the team after Ricardo Sá left. A few weeks later, he won his first title by defeating Porto in a local cup final. Amorim's time at Braga was short but successful. He managed 11 league games, winning 10 and drawing 1, and defeated Portugal's giants like Benfica, Porto and Sporting CP. His good work led him to Sporting Lisbon in 2020, who paid €10 million to secure him, a significant sum of money for someone just beginning his coaching career. In his first season at Sporting, he won the league. The club hadn't won the league in nearly 2 decades, and Amorim broke Porto and Benfica's monopoly on it. Additionally, he won one of the local cups that season. In his second season, he finished in second place and won another local cup. In his third season, they faced difficulties, ending up 4th in the league and winning no domestic cups. Last season, he won the league again by 90 points, 10 more than second placed Benfica. One notable aspect of Amorim is how he has overcome losses in the squad, such as the departures of Matheus Nunes, Nuno Mendes, João Palhinha, Pedro Porro and Manuel Ugarte. Despite this, he has kept Sporting competing for titles, showcasing his adaptability. This season, Sporting is in first place, 6 points ahead of Porto. Amorim consistently uses a 3-4-3 formation, allowing him to create goal-scoring opportunities from the wings and quickly shift to defensive formations, like 5-4-1 or 5-2-3. This makes the team defensively solid and difficult to beat. Adopting a compact and narrow defensive stance, Sporting forces opponents to use the wings, reducing direct attacks on goal. When opponents play the ball into open areas, players quickly jump into mark and win back possession. All players contribute defensively, including the attackers. This is evident in situations where the first line of pressure is bypassed, requiring everyone to track back, particularly the wingers, to ensure the team's solidity covers the entire width of the field. With a 5-man defensive line, one might think Amorim is a pragmatic defensive coach, but in reality, he can also implement a modern, aggressive pressing system. In some games, Amorim has used aggressive pressing, either man-to-man or hybrid. It's common to see his center-backs pushing up into midfield, limiting opponents' options to operate. Amorim prefers a high defensive line, something Ten Hag struggled to implement at United. When Sporting has the ball, they favor a possession-based strategy, maintaining around 59% of possession per game. During this phase, they often shift to a 3-2-5. Amorim's team takes its time to build up the play, circulating the ball between center-backs, the double pivot and even the goalkeeper at times, with an emphasis on short passes. They aim to maintain control before attempting rushed plays. This doesn't mean Sporting bores opponents by simply holding possession. While the defensive block circulates the ball, the attack, comprising 5 players, occupies all available space in the opponent's area. This allows the double pivot to enter the play with the ball, while defenders look for line-breaking passes to disrupt the opposing defense. The forward's role is to move between channels, and settling center-backs to create spaces for midfielders or center-backs to find defense-splitting passes. These passes into the half spaces are vital to breaking through the defense and putting attackers in scoring positions. Sporting scored 96 goals last season, with standout contributions for Gyökeres, who scored 29 goals. There is no certainty that Amorim will use the same style of play at Manchester United, but what could United's starting 11 look like in this setup if all players were available? Onana would be in goal, as he is good with the ball at his feet and would be involved in build-up play. The back three would consist of Yoro, De Ligt and Martinez, all of whom have strong ball control and will often be in contact with the ball. Maguire, Lindelof and Evans could serve as replacements, as they also possess good ball control. The double pivot would be formed by Casemiro and Mainu, as they best fit Amorim's current system. Ugarte, who has previously played under Amorim, could also occupy this position. The wing-backs would be Dalot on the right and Shaw on the left, tasked with covering the entire flank, both offensively and defensively. Mazraoui could also play in these roles, and even Antony could potentially play as a right wing-back if needed. Rashford would play as a right winger and Garnacho as left winger. Offensively, they would receive the ball in shooting positions, and defensively, they'd need to contribute, which raises a lot of questions about Rashford, since he doesn't usually defend much. Højlund would be the central forward, as Amorim has a player with similar qualities at Sporting. This could benefit Højlund, as he would finally receive balls facing the goal. In this configuration, we see that Bruno Fernandes might not have a place due to his characteristics. He could play as part of the double pivot, but Amorim focuses on short passes, and Bruno is known for making risky passes, often losing possession, which doesn't fit with Amorim's philosophy. On the other hand, he could potentially play on the right flank, as he has good defensive and offensive qualities and endurance, but his skills might be slightly wasted in that role. Another option is for him to take Rashford's spot as the right winger, but in that position he won't contribute much to playmaking, although he could help defensively. It's unlikely that we'll see a lineup change immediately, since Amorim will likely need time to implement his ideas and get players to follow his instructions. For this reason, we might continue to see United play a 4-3-3 during his first few months. All of this remains to be seen, but without a doubt, it generates excitement and anticipation. What do you think of Amorim as Manchester United's new head coach? Which players do you think Amorim will use in his lineup? Do you think Bruno Fernandes has a guaranteed spot with Amorim in charge? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. That's all for today, see you in the next video.